Anyone who has 5 kids has a different average day than most, but I get up and like feed the kids breakfast.
Go brush your teeth. Go.
Fight with them over what pants they wear. Perfect, put them on your body. Good job, I'm proud of you. That coat is not warm enough. And send them off to school and...
Bye. Mwah. All right, have a good day, guys.
Wow. I work and I pick them up from daycare and school, make dinner, hang out and go to bed and, you know, do it all again the next day like everyone else.
My name's Catherine, and I'm married to Nick. Nick is my favorite person on the planet. Nick is charming and charismatic and funny, and God, I love him so much. It's ridiculous how much I love him. I'm like I don't know, a teenager. And we've been married a few years and we have a bunch of kids together. It's not like we're still in the honeymoon phase.
I fell in love with Catherine, and loving her and like being loved by her, it let me like see myself again for the first time, like actually who I was versus who everyone else needed me to be. And that's when I realized that I was transgender.
Off you go.
Oh, brother, says Violet, don't tell me, I don't want to know. No problem, I say, because I can't talk anyway. Woof, woof. This dog bites. And I barked my head off. 150 years old has already been born.
It's not a minute, but I used to look forward to.
I love you more.
You're growing a beard.
Yep.
Daddy.
What?
You're growing a beard.
I feel it.
You're growing a mustache. Mom, just let him keep his beard, okay?
I first had an understanding that I wasn't the same on the inside as I was on the outside, I think, when I was a little kid. And that I remember just wanting to wear Ninja Turtle underwear and like run around in swim shorts, and I didn't understand why I had to wear a girl's bathing suit, and I didn't understand why I had to wear dresses, and it was just always a very like confusing thing for me. And then I realized probably when I was like 7, I think, that like, oh, this wasn't gonna happen for me, that this is just my lot in life, and that I'm stuck in this body, and like no one seems to notice that this isn't fitting except for me. And so I just tried really hard to be a girl. I did like the best that I could with what I was given, and I think that I pushed down all the feelings I had as a kid in order to like just pretend they weren't there, and just to try and like keep going. And And so I had lots of kids, and I loved being a mom. That was like this thing that could give me happiness and like make me feel like, oh, okay, this was this one part of being a woman that I am good at. I am good at taking care of my babies. Until that wasn't enough anymore.
When Nick told me he was trans, you know, it wasn't one conversation. It wasn't like one day, like, hey babe, guess what? It was more like peeling an onion, you know, and it was conversations where he would say things like, you know, I've really never felt like a girl. Each time we would peel away a layer, there'd be something new underneath. There'd be like a new level of information, and like, oh, it's not just about wearing dresses. It's not just about those external kind of feminine flourishes. It's like, actually, no, it's deeper than that.
Catherine was terrified, and I think that there was lots of times where I felt like, oh, I can't do this. If I want to keep her, I have to like not do this. I can just be a woman. And it was never that she said that. It was always that I was so afraid to lose her, because what would happen if I lost her? Because no one could ever love me again.
For me, the hardest moment was when he was like, you know what? I have to go all the way. I'm not comfortable in this place of ambiguity. I feel like a man. I am a man. I need to live like a man. And I want the world to see me as a man and treat me as a man and refer to me as a man. And that was the point where I was like, whoa, like, we're gonna go all the way. So the thought that he was gonna literally chemically change himself, you know, was really scary to me. And I was like, well, what? All the things that I love most about you are gonna go away. Your voice is gonna change, your skin will change, the shape of your face will change. And I so wanted to be that partner who could just immediately be like, of course, my love, whatever you need. And my process was not that simple. I had much more conflicted feelings.
I think that the first year was a huge roller coaster for both of us. I think her learning to like let go of the old me and embrace the new me was hard.
I had to grieve, I think, those parts of him that changed. And then there was a process of falling in love with him again. And so while it felt hard to me, I had feelings about it, it never changed my deep down knowing that like this was the right thing to do. And I just had to trust that if it was the right thing for him, that it had to be the right thing for our whole family. That as much as there might be challenges and there might be costs for everyone, that was nothing compared to the cost of having someone betray his own truth.
Yeah, me too.
The thing that everyone asks is like, but what about the kids? And Catherine and I always say, you're right, I forgot about them. I didn't even think about it. I forgot to think of the children. We like prepared a lot for the kids. As a parent, the thing you're most nervous about always is like, will your kids be okay? Will they be happy? Will they be healthy? Will they be loved? Are they safe? And like, I was worried that me changing this fundamental thing about who I am was gonna change their life in a way that wasn't going to be for the best for them. I was really nervous about it. So we like worked with a therapist ahead of time, and we had a plan, and we had a strategy, and we had like support in place, and we were ready to go. And then the kids were like, yeah, whatever, I don't even care. Like they were just like, they care, but they were like, their care was like, okay, cool, but like, will you grow a beard to stroke? That was one. And like, why did you wait so long was the big other question from them. Unless like there's a story attached to something that someone else has given them, the kids don't have this concept of it being right or being wrong. They were just like, yeah, cool. You do you, Dad. Is that what I call you now? It really wasn't this life-altering thing because I was just the same person. The rest of the world got to see me, I think sort of how they saw me all along, maybe.
Admitting, can you hold, please?
Yes.
Okay, and first name?
Is Nick?
Okay, so you'll need to be at admitting for 5 a.m.
Okay.
And then surgery time is at 8:35.
Okay.
Okay, and then make sure you bring your healthcare card and photo ID with you.
Perfect. Anything else?
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. Bye. I feel really panicky about it for some reason in this like sweaty sort of I have to get up so early in the morning sort of way. I think it won't feel real until like I am in the hospital gown. I feel like anything before that is like, well, no, they're probably gonna cancel it. I should just keep my hopes low because like nothing ever goes the way it's supposed to. Not all trans masculine people have top surgery. Not all of them feel like it's important. For me, it feels like the most important gender affirming surgery that could possibly happen. It will mean a double mastectomy. To get to the spot where I could have top surgery, first I had to see a therapist, and then I had to go on hormone replacement therapy, and then I had to see another psychiatrist. I had to have a sign-off. I had to go to a consult and see a surgeon and wait for OR time, and the whole process so far has taken about 3 years. No one would do this if they didn't have to. In so many ways, I feel like this surgery will give me my life back.
My name is Dr. Ted Jablonski. I'm a family physician. I've been doing work with gender-based medicine for over 10 years now. There's very few treatments that we have in medicine where we can get an 80 or 90% effectiveness rate. This is one place where if I make a successful transition, I can almost guarantee that patient will be 80 or 90% better when it comes to their mental health. That's unbelievable. I can't say that in very many places. I always tell patients, transgender folks, this isn't magic what we're doing, but sometimes we see magic.
I don't think that I anticipated that I would have any scared feelings right now. Yes, I'm scared that it's gonna hurt, and I'm scared that I'll wake up and I'll feel panicked and alone and like afraid. But what happens if it's not enough? And what happens if I've gone through all of this and I still feel just as like disconnected to my body and just as like heartbroken? I'm nervous about like the fallout from that.
Ground floor.
So right now we are almost exactly 4 weeks post-surgery, and it's been a really rough 4 weeks. We were prepared for it to be rough physically, of course. I don't think either of us were prepared for how emotionally difficult it was going to be. Nick puts on a really brave face to the world. People come over and he's charming and funny and he makes jokes.
Hey! Oh, I miss you, friend. Oh.
And that's real. It's not that he's putting on a show, but he's putting a really brave face on things, and then people leave and he sort of falls into me.
I look at my chest post-op and I have a hard time with it. In the long run, I do think my dysphoria will be less after top surgery, and I do think that life will be better. I'm feeling hopeful again, I think. It's been a hard couple of weeks. I think this past week has been like the first week where I felt like we're gonna all make it out and everything's gonna be okay and like we'll have a good life. It just was messy getting there. But I think, I don't know, maybe everyone's life is messy getting there.
I think right now I'm just in that place where I just have to keep putting one foot in front of the other. I just have to keep going, you know? And I think that's just part of life. It's part of being a grown-up. It's part of having kids, you know? I think there are definitely days when I just think it's too heavy. I can't like pull this wagon with all these people on it anymore. So then I cry, you know, and I drink some wine, and then I wake up and I do it all again the next day, you know? That's just life. And I'm lucky. I'm so lucky that I get to do it. I try to remember that on the hard days. We're just incredibly lucky. I think what makes it worth it is that we have this family. And I would do anything for them. This is what we're in right now, and I'd do it all over again in a heartbeat.
I hope so much for my family in the future. I hope that my kids can see that although there was this like little bit of messy time in the middle, they see that it was like worth getting through to the prize at the end, whatever that prize is.
I hope they get that in our family, we love each other, no matter what. And I hope that they get that we always want them to tell us their truth. Even if it's messy, even if it's complicated, even if it's not who we thought that they were gonna be, that we want them to become that person.
I hope that like I can come through the other side of all of this more myself and show them that it's important to be authentic and to be themselves and to do it even when it's uncomfortable and to be vulnerable even when it's uncomfortable and to be kind to yourself even when you don't feel like it. And I hope that they see our family thriving and that it makes them braver people in the world as well.
Let the first sound you hear be a beating heart, speeding bright, speeding bold. When your eyes come to me, I'm humbled constantly, a supernova in sight.
Hey guys, remember that no means no and your body is your own. Love you.
Love you.
Every day.